XCN holders, welcome back to the Crypto ZX channel. Thank you for all your support. But yeah, let's waste no more time and take a look at what's happening with Onyx Coin. You know, how the last 24 hours look like, and of course what we could be expecting going into Friday morning. And again, if you're enjoying these updates, like that video down below and hit that red subscribe button. But yeah, looking across the market, you know, a lot of altcoins up right now, some up quite a bit, but some up only about like 1 to 2% due to the fact that, you know, dominance is still quite high. So again, green day, I'm sure no one's really complaining. Onyx Coin up 0.7%. Seeing something quite interesting play out, and I'm going to really share with you guys exactly what I mean as far as, you know, the price is concerned. You know, something that we've discussed over the last few days really did end up happening and showing right now the importance of what we've been discussing. Looking at Onyx Coin right now, like I said, it's up 1% right now. Nothing too crazy, but again, it is up, and also up 1.9% in you know, Bitcoin comparative, and also about Ethereum. Price at 1.8 cents, market cap at 600 million, and the 24-hour trading volume at about 50 million, only 50 million. Again, really low. So is this really an indication we do see a major you know, spike soon, or is this an indication that, you know, the steam is over and we're heading towards the downside? It could go 50-50 when, you know, volume is decreasing the way it is. But before we get into any further, as always, just a quick disclaimer: anything on this channel is not financial advice. Always do your own due diligence and research when you are investing in crypto. So as far as the dominance index goes, you know, you're looking at the dominance index, you know, gaining a lot of traction right now, 64.1% a few hours ago. Obviously pulled down a little bit. BTC still ranging within this accumulation pattern since we broke into the 38.0 for BTC pretty much on the 11th of April. You have seen the price remaining within this range, which again is good so far. Obviously, as I've said in a lot of my other updates, I'm not going to kind of bore you guys here, you know, talking about BTC for too long, but you know, 86K is the level to be watching, obviously, as of now. If we're able to break above 86K, I think that would be, you know, a strong indication that, you know, we could start heading up to this $89,000 to $90,000 price point. But with that said, let's move over to XCN. So it has done something quite interesting, and what I mean by that is, I'll show you. So obviously, we spoke about this wick down at 1.57 cents, which did not last too long. Like I said, if you did end up somehow catching this and dollar cost averaging around here, you did see this thing go up 26.65% after that. But that's not what we're here for. We did obviously make our way up to almost a 2 cents price point, a significant amount of resistance around that range. But due to this, you know, bounce up to almost 2 cents, we did see a little bit of a minor pullback since then. But look where we're being supported by once again. Just look at it. What price are we looking at? 1.8 cents. Pause the video. Go watch my last few videos. Been talking about the importance of this zone. Remember, 2 days ago when we talked about, you know, how important this 1.8 cent support was, and if we were to drop below, you know, we could see more downside. That's exactly what ended up happening after dropping below this key support line. I know, you know, some, again, 99% of my viewers, you know, they look at it from a realistic perspective, and 99%, you know, actually agree with me and, you know, appreciate, you know, me being unbiased and just kind of keeping it 100% real with you guys, because I don't like sugarcoating things for no reason. If the price is looking bearish, I'm just going to straight up say it's looking bearish. I'm not just going to overdo things and say, yeah, no, the price is looking extremely bullish, you know, market's going to go up. No, that's not me. That's definitely not me. And I'm sure a lot of people that have been, you know, part of this journey with me on this channel, it can kind of, you know, vouch for me from the beginning on that. So, but now look, we're being supported by that exact same 1.8 cents price point. So far, so good. And remember, on my channel, I look for confirmations. Stated this to you guys a lot of times. And once again, this just gives me more confirmation as to how important this level really is for XCN. I'm sure a lot of people, you know, want this, you know, price to start heading up to this 3 cents, you know, which we saw just a few days back. Remember, you know, this is one of the more volatile, you know, coins because of the fact that, you know, market cap is quite low. Volume is quite low, and again, no one really knows, you know, the reason why it's pumping, because there's no clear, you know, indication or news that kind of tells us why, you know, the price is pumped up the way it has. Maybe it's a short squeeze. Remember, if you understand how futures work, you can obviously kind of, put that into perspective and kind of look at it from that lens. Maybe, it is a short squeeze. So as of now, it's still maintaining this, major move, but remember, you want to be locking in profits, projects like these, with, more volatile moves. Have an exit strategy and, lock profits in when you see those profits, because look at it from this move that we did see all the way up to 5 cents back at the beginning of the year, and it went down about 90% since then. But obviously, since the last few weeks, we have seen some excitement. But again, one step at a time right now. Let me know down below what you guys think. Thank you for all your support. We'll see you later in Crypto ZX, and peace out.